That's about right, I think. Hopefully we can keep it in focus. It lights up back there. There we go. So it's going to drop out of focus every time I put it down. Sorry about that, guys. What's going on here? Okay, sorry about that, guys. Just on the other screen. Maybe if we zoom just a little bit more. How's that? We need to put, oops, I can see the comments there. There we go. Right, there we go. Lovely old job. So, welcome, greetings. Here we go. It's Friday night. It's Pirate Rich Paints live Paintalong, and tonight we're sticking with the Age of Chivalry again after doing a bit of fantasy the last few weeks. This is CHV01, doesn't stand for channel, but it stands for Chivalry 1C. This guy, he's one of the alternative ones because he's got a different weapon. But I thought that looked kind of groovy. So there we go. I've still got him priced at $350. I believe they've gone up slightly. That was priced a little while ago. Check out the Gripping Beast webpage for the exact pricing. He comes with the base because he's designed for Saga. If you want him without the base for a different game like Jeu or something, go to the front rank section in the Griffin Beast page and buy it in there. It'd be slightly cheaper because you're not paying for the base. That's what I've got to say. Right, without further ado, let's get it on. Let's get some paint on this guy. I was just checking that the chat was working. Right, we're going to start off with Moonstone Skin. I sort out a new brush. What the hell if I mixed it with the old ones? Good evening. Good evening, Professor Kubla. A bit of medium in that. What is going on with the focus there? I had this before when I was too zoomed in, I think. Evening. Even though I've used quite thin, I'm just making sure I've got a good layer of it on there. Nice. Let's swap it out for one of these brushes whilst we put some gunmetal down. Well, let's try the other one. Let's put the This is the John Blanche heavy metal one. I don't know if you guys have seen this. This is from set 1 or 2. And it's slightly darker than the gunmetal. Just for a change, really. It doesn't make an awful lot of difference where we put the wash on it, but put a bit of medium. The consistency of it is a little bit different, though. It's a little bit more like the speed paint ones, which is nice. It does go on quite nice. Yeah, so plans are in order for next week, like I said. So next week we'll have a pre-recorded video uploaded, and we won't be doing a Friday night live paint along, I'm afraid. Just while we get everything sorted. We might re-establish it, but as I said, I'll do the first and the third Friday, but that's subject to change. So if Griffin Beasts have got an exciting new miniature coming out, or I know that I'm going to be away 1 week, I'll swap them out. If I do first and third as a default, and everyone knows where we are. Just want that extra time to work on these other projects on video. Exciting times. So yeah, this John Blanche heavy metal does go on quite nice. I picked this one earlier because he's got a nice coat, so I'm gonna make that all fancy pants. As always, I've swapped to a rubbish brush that's point's already gone, so I can abuse it by jabbing it into the chainmail like that. Don't do that with a nice brush, you'll kill your brush. I'm going to try and do the brush review video during the week as well. It's just so mega busy on commissions at the moment. Yarg. I like this warlord. I did like the other warlords, they were all too flat. We've not had a Monty Python quote for a while, so I thought, there we go. He's an elephant. Yeah, as you can see, the this heavy metal from John Blanche is really quite. It's got that sort of dark look to the gun. I think it's like gunmetal with maybe black ink in it. I don't know. That makes sense. It might have a different metallic flake in it, maybe. So what have you guys been up to this week? Anything good? You know I was going to ask. Yeah, I've got the new John Blanche sets as well, the 3 and 4. So I'll have a look at those. Do a review on those. I was supposed to do a review on the first two, and I never got around to it. I just started using them, and then I think I did a review on them on Pirate Rich Plays. I'll have to check it tomorrow. I just think the colours are really good. They really do fill out the Fanatic range quite nicely. Good work, Cubes. Well, we've had a crazy busy week here at the Crow's Nest. I'm surprised that I have got any time to sit here and paint at all. Do you know what I mean? I've been going home, coming back, painting late. It's okay, don't feel sorry for me, guys. It's fine. I wasn't looking for sympathy because I do love it. There we go. And it's almost similar to how we do our metal metallic with the gunmetal and putting the wash on it, but it leaves it a little shinier. So I'm just going to slurp of my tea. So while that face is dry now, we're going to get our Crusader speed paint. Use that instead of a wash. Put it on quite thick there because take a little dab off. There we go. So next we're going to put on the gold. So I want to get all this out of the way so we can start working on the colourful bits. Oh no. Did you manage to get your package all right, Rich? Or did they miss you? Did you get the package all right? Sounded dodgy, didn't it? Right, so now I've got the gold. I'm just gonna oh cool. See, I've lost track for days. Good job, Tina's on the case. Yes. So what have I been up to? Well, painting. It's been very pike and shot this week, one into the other. There's something very satisfying about painting cannons. When they finish, they look so cool. Like I was just going to say something to you. They look just like miniature cannons. Yes, that was another late night last night. The electrician come and fitted our LED light batten lights. So the crow's nest is like floodlit now. Awesome. The old fluorescent lights in there had seen better days. So I've been waiting ages to replace them. So that's good news. And I've got the big double ones over the big main tables. Yeah, from that photograph, Rich, I was trying to sort of demonstrate how bright the playing surface is with the LED lights. I've set them to daylight settings. So rather than a soft or a light, they're very sort of daylighty, as it says on the box, which is good. And then today, from our new supplier, we bought because we had all this second-hand vintage collectible stock, and we had the brand spanking new Gripping Beast stuff, and also Fina miniatures, Satanic Panic, all that sort of stuff. So I got a deal with another trader to get different stuff. So that arrived today. So gonna stock the shop up tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. That was a very piratey way to say that, wasn't it? Yuck. So yeah, we're gonna stock all different stuff basically. So I'm just nipping around with the gold to make him look fancy pants. Yeah, it's all getting there. we're not going to do our usual black wash over this armour. That's why I thought I'd make it look a little bit different. But we're probably going to do what we usually do with the gold and tarnish that down. So I'm trying to make it very bright at the moment so we can dial it back. Yeah, so I'll be stocking, as before, we'll be stocking all the beastie stuff. But we've got stuff like some of the Army Painted Fanatic sets, and we got the Blanche sets as well. And, yeah, we've ordered some copies of Écorgeur, so we can supply some of those as well. It will be good. Going to edge that in gold, because why not? Because we can. Yeah, I might go live again tomorrow like I did before. I'll try and do it on Pirate Rich Plays this time. Just to have a wander around the big room again, because it's changed quite a lot actually. It's going to change again tomorrow. There we go. I think that's enough shiny stuff on him. Let's edge the bassinet. It looks like a bassinet. It's probably got a different name because it's got that bit in front of it. But it looks the same shape as a bassinet. So you know what I was on about. Just edge of the. Like that. So there. I mean, that's the brush I'm using. When you got, when you lose the pot, that's why I'm using it for metallics. But you can almost, when I was edge highlighting, like I said last week, is you can almost use the end of the brush and do it like that when they're knackered. As long as you know where the end of your brush is, always know where the end of your brush is. That's a good tip, isn't it? I'm gonna just drop a little bit more Crusader wash in there, just to hide a bit of that gold that went rogue there. There we go. Okay, so we'll leave that for now. So now I'm going to start on the colours. So the main colours I'm going for, yeah, so we're going to do a yellow. So let's work. That's a bit dark. Sorry about knocking the camera there. So we're going to demigod flames. There was one darker from the Blanche range, but it was a very dark. Oh, pardon me. Give that a good old shake up. There we go. Just take that for now, save messing about. Get one of the brushes that's got a little bit more of a point on it. So Demigod Flames, it's like a very orangey yellow. It's good for a base. So we're gonna start this side. Yellow. I'm doing halves at the moment. I'm going to quarter it in a bit. So we're looking for a yellow half. It's not going to total coverage, but I'm trying to keep it thin. So we do opposite now. So it is paint down the middle there. Keeping that medium going in. Then we go halfway around. So obviously the other half's going to be the other colour. That front side's dry, so we're going to thin the paint down again with the medium. We're just going to go back, give it a nice thin second coat. 2 thin coats, Duncan. Yes, I'm talking about you, Duncan. Sorry about borrowing your catchphrase there, guys. I'm sure he won't sue me because he seems like a nice guy on his videos. I do like his videos. And a nice bit of thinning again from the medium. Let me just pop a second coat of that. And nice white, so we're gonna go brain matter beige, I think. Oh no, we won't. We'll start with worn stone. We'll do the other half in worn stone. We might have to swap brushes in a minute. This one's I was using it this afternoon. The trouble with these cheapy brushes is they don't last very long. So you end up going for a lot of brushes. Some last better than others. So probably for a hobby painter, this is not worth, if you're not painting bazillions of miniatures, it's probably not worth buying these ones. But or I go through a lot of brushes. But that's another video to do, isn't it? And I will compare these to some decent brushes. I still think you've got a long way to go for consistency to beat the army paint ones, in fairness. They're reasonably priced for what you get. And you can pick them up on your next Griffin Beast order. That's where I get mine from. So I know he's got them. So yeah, so just this, I've been thinning this out so we can get a nice cover without clagging it all up, you know. But been quite thin, you see. It's nearly dry to come back around, so that's good. Stick with this brush for now. Base colours on there, that's good. So now I'm going to do a base colour for the what is finery, I can't remember what they're called. There's names for all this stuff. I'm going to do all the leather work and all the scabbarding in probably red and blue. Probably red, and then just maybe some blue around it. So let's start with yeah, let's do a basilisk red. And then I just had a second thought what I was doing. I'm going to do all the leather work in boring brown, so we don't get over the top colour. And then we'll do that in red. Let's grab another pointy brush out. Okay, so this is that very purpley colour we've had. Is it Wyvern red? Oh, we went to the bottom one, didn't we? Basilisk red. The one up from that's Wyvern. So we're going to leave his belt because we're going to do that brown. And do that brown. So this is that a necklace, I suppose? Pendant. These brushes start off very nice with a nice point, but they do where they're do give up quite quick. I think it does help your brush last longer if you use a wet palette. I found that it sort of seems to be a gentler way to pick up the paint. That may just be in my mind. And his funky wonky headband. There we go, just work it round. That's going to be brown. I was going to do the pole with like a spinny look to it, but I think it might be overkill when we see what we're going to do next. We'll have a look in a minute. So we'll let that settle for a sec. And whilst they're doing that, let's lay down the brown. Lay down the brown. We can do Brigadine Brown. Which is nearly out, because I use so much of it. I was thinking of buying so I can buy the Fanatic paints, but obviously I don't want to stock the whole range because it's mental. So what I thought about doing is, as I run out, so maybe do the stock my favourite colours. So almost build a Pirate Rich palette. Oh, it's picking up. It picked up that brush. Did you believe that? So what are you painting then, Coobs? You didn't tell me. You told me you were painting. Keep that medium going. I usually do the 100-year war ones. I usually do the level work in bright colours like reds and blues and that, but it's starting to look that colourful. I needed to. Oh, cool. Cool. back of his thighs there, we've got the straps, and he's got leather pants on back there. I don't know how correct that is. I think I've seen some, I don't know, they're reenactors though. Some will wear plate all the way around, and some will have just leather or linen under there. I suppose it's a choice thing, really. I suppose if you're mounted, you need a maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Dr. Bob would tell me. He would know. Kubler probably knows as well. Probably typing it as we speak. Where Rich is Googling it. Well, probably knows, in fairness. Me being a pirate, I don't. I forgot to share it with you a week. A friend of the Crow's Nest, one of the crew, has brought me a little present in. Check him out. I think he's from the Tin Soldier Company, something like that. Can't remember. But yeah, it's from a friend of the Crow's Nest. So thank you very much. You know who you are. Cheers, dude. Yeah, I thought that kind of makes sense, really, doesn't it? Because that's going to be the part you're supposed to be quite hard to get to if you're on a big old horse. Where somebody might be sneaky and just smack the back of your legs if you're on foot, I guess. It goes a little bit overrun onto the white, so I just cleaned it up now. Yeah, he's brilliant. I can't wait to get around to painting him. He will probably just sit on the back of my desk forever, just painted. Talking about sitting on the back of my desk painted, I didn't show. Did everyone see the photographs of the last week's minis? They're all sat back there if anyone wants a quick butchers. Okay, so that's the base of that brown done. I'm going to use that base to just do his magnificent mustache. Look how magnificent that is. Okay, let's pick the next yellow up. So I'm turning off the camera. I'll probably put my beard in front of it then. So I think it goes all beardy for me. Okay, so what was the first one we did? The first one we did was yeah, sorry about that, guys. You got a camera full of beard. So that was the first one we did. Just move him off camera for a minute. And then we did the warlord. Then last week we've done the two executioner guys, enforcers, aren't they? With their butts, because it's a very quite pleased with the skin tone on that one. It came out Rather nice. Okay. So must visit the Beastie Boys and pick up some more of that. A great little set. I was looking at, I've got the Mordheim rules next to us. There just seems to be those miniatures. You could probably use them for so many different games. Okay, so this was Fiendish Yellow, which is the next in the yellow thing. We're thinning it out with a bit medium. We're just gonna. There's not too much in my brush. I'm just trying to highlight out just a little. It's quite tricky. There we go. Just staying away from the edges at the moment. And as they don't want to go right up to, don't want to go right up close to the chainmail. You want to leave a little gap so that original dark yellow shows through. And as you saw, I've left the creasy bit. I've not gone into that crease under the chainmail. And I'm aiming for that edge as much as I can, so I didn't put too much up underneath that gold. There we go. Let's do the white. Let's go to Brain Matter Beige. Bit of medium. Wash the brush out so I haven't got too much paint in there. Pick a wee bit up. Back on my brushlet. Again, you want to start away from the middle line and not going too close to that chainmail. Not going right up into his armpit there. So just highlighted that inner square bit out. You know what I mean? Again, I'm trying to run just a little bit along the end there. It's tricky to get in there. Do your best. Do your best. That's all you can do. Again, so we're going to hit that high bit there, but we're not going to go right up into there. We're starting the back. Half a mil on it out. Just working it down. When we get to that crease, we're going to leave the crease. There'll be a natural shadow underneath that. Too much paint on there. Got too much paint on there. Don't put it on your miniature. I'm going to look for that edge. And next, we're going to go and put the next bit of red on this guy up here. We could do the brown. Let's do the brown next. Going to go to bootstrap. Bootstrap brown for the bootstraps. I used that earlier. I couldn't have sealed up since earlier. Bloody hell. In fairness, these paints last really well. I mean, most of these are from the set when we started the channel, so you know they've lasted a pretty good time. Only replaced a few of them. I'll just highlight, edge highlight in, and anywhere well we'll show it's like, because we're going to put another brown on top of this one yet. But we want to be thinking, where do we want to leave that dark brown showing through? You're not so much highlighting the brown as the leather. It's you're showing where the wear is, you know, where the wear is. Where the wear. I've got a friend that lives in Ware. He revels in it when people ask where he lives. There you go. Around the back, so we're going to pick the straps out. They're fairly solid with this brown tonight, and then use it as a highlight on there. And it's clues. Okay. And while we're at it, we're going to highlight the leather so it's finished. So we're going to go with leather brown. How are we doing all that? Oh, 53 minutes. It's not bad, is it? Pretty hefty progress, I think. So this leather, well, it's very light, so we're going to hit edges with it. You don't want complete, it's like I don't want to paint a whole line all the way up and down. So you want to lift. You know what I mean? Normally have just little lines across the grip. They're the things that people never see when they look at your miniature, but we know they're there. As painters know we've done it. I love it when somebody finds a little bit of detail on the miniature. I've put an extra little bit of work in. So looking at that top edge at the moment, I'm just going to say, then the highest point, I'm just going to put a little bit extra on, if you know what I mean. At the back here, I'm going to put a little bit of highlight on the straps, just so we can pick them out from the. You don't want to go completely across, just a little. Just line out that grip a bit. And then a little bit down that side of that dagger. And at the top. So if you highlight it there, go around the other side and do it at the top on the opposite. Because that's how it works. Okay, makes it all visually exciting. And then we're going to just edge highlight his moustache a little bit. So now, while we're doing that, we're going to grab our flesh. This is pure flesh wash, where earlier on we were using the speed paint. Let's find the, there we go, let's use that one. Yeah, so this is flesh wash, right and flesh shade, and we're using it for the gold. With the belty bit, you're going to be really careful because it's going to sit in between those areas. If you put too much, it's just going to spill out onto that yellow. So usually we're really brave with fire lots on. You can't there, because you see it will just run. That's just the way the sculpt is. We get a bit on there, which is cool. So make up with it on the rest of it, but yeah. I say we'll be brave. It's almost like dabbing it on a little bit, you know. Anywhere we can balance a bit of it on there. I'm trying to lay that in the crease between the gold and the silver there. It's quite tricky on that one. Won't be able to do this a little bit. There we go. A little bit more on there. And that's all we're going to get away. Oh, there's a bit over the top of his knee there. You'll get it sat on the ridge there. There we go. So next, we are going to get the next yellow. I'm going to stand up to do this, try and avoid hitting the camera about. As I feel it's on my side. Sorry guys, did it anyway. And while I'm out, I may as well nip to the next room and grab the bottle of white, because I nipped out there. It's in the D&D room, which is next door. Don't worry, I'm on my way back. And back in the room. Okay, so sorry about that. So next is going to be demonic yellow. Again, what we'll do is we're going to swap to the brush that's got a point, because why not? Bit of medium in there. Oh, pardon me. I'm just looking to dab a little bit on the very highest parts. So around the edge there, look. And around the bottom edge. Don't worry about getting all of it. You want a bit of a break in it. There we go. Then we're going to grab the white, put the white back in. It's just a straight matte white. Come on, camera. There we go. I looked for some settings earlier to change the to set the focus, but you don't seem to be able to do it on the basic YouTube thing. You might be able to do it on the studio. There's a YouTube studio thing. So hopefully I'll be able to find out how to do it on there. And just catching the edge. There we go. There's a bit in there, but in fairness, oh yeah, we get a little dab on there. There we go. So these red bits, we are going to go dragon red. We're going to go straight into dragoon red. That's what we need to do while we've got the white out. We can do his eyeballs. So we use the Psycho. Joe, this is still the same Psycho brush as we started the channel with. That's crazy, isn't it? I'm just checking he didn't have teeth, because you have to watch these front rank clinches. Sometimes they actually sculpt the teeth in as well. But I'm not sure if that's his bottom lip or. Let's put a bit of white on it. Yeah, it looks like teeth now. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. I've done the what's this? Let's highlight the gold out most of there. Go for bright gold. Yeah, it looks like the it's dry enough. Yeah, so usually we do a black wash over our gunmetal, but we've not done that today. it's given us a slightly different look on the armour, which is nice. Changes as good as the rest. So I'm looking at just highlighting some of this gold, so there's little dabs here and there, really. So there's a top edge on there. And we'll just pick out the edge of that. What's that called again? Kubla. What's that called? I think I've painted gold. I don't think it should be painted gold. It probably should be just painted. Assume it's just metal. Okay, so I was just thinking I should credit Kubla and Rich as historical, well, just researchers or advisors or something like that. Let's just get some matte black. Just a little tiny blob of it. And grab our Psycho again. Little dab of black off there. Okay, so there we go. Let's get that red going. So I'm going to go around. I'm going to leave that purpley red against the helmet. So I'm looking to pretty much overpaint all of it. I suppose if we look at it, I'm painting like the middle third, I suppose, and then slowly, when there's too much purple bit showing out, I'll just add a bit more. So I've gone around the middle of it. I'll go around from the top view and catch that top edge in red. But I leave that purpley red against the basin there. Sorry for people of knowledge. I know I keep calling it basset, just that shape. But I think bassinets are just a sculpture, so I don't know if this bit added on makes it a bassinet or not. I don't know. Send your answers in on a postcard. No, don't do that. I don't want all your postcards. Because technically the crow's nest hasn't got a letterbox, which really confused the postman. He went on the ribbon going around the neck. We're picking the top edge and letting it drop down, leaving like the bottom third, as it were, in the original purpley colour. And then we get our side coat, and we're going to get back into that purple. Yeah, basilisk, and we're going to do some freehand. Let's see, make sure I'm on camera. Pick up a bit medium, pick up a bit of the basilisk red. As light as you can. This is why I want to do pre-recorded videos, so I can just do bits like this on video and show you exactly what I'm doing. I'm sorry I was off camera there. Sorry guys, shout at me if I go off camera. You'll kind of imagine that there's another row underneath the gold. Because your brain will work it out for you. So if you look at it and it looks wrong, it probably is wrong. Nice and gently. Gently does it. Keep that medium in your brush. You want it kind of the same size as the checks we did at the bottom. I know we're overpainting some of the white work we did, but hey, we're all crazy here. Somebody did get me painting lots of tartan last week. I blame them. I was telling the car mechanic downstairs that I was painting tartan. And he thought I was winding him up. He thought it was the old tartan paint job. Just keep that medium going to your brush. Yeah. There you go. So now we do same on the back. We have a good look for reference. So I was right off camera there, sorry guys. It's really hard when you're trying to do freehand to keep checking the camera to make sure you haven't wandered. And I was reading Coop's story there. I don't think you're allowed to take the mickey out of people anymore, are you? Probably get arrested. By the fun police. Yeah, I used to send my my butcher shops. I used to send my apprentices to the butchers around the corner. Can we have our long wait back? And then they'd send theirs round to me. Can we have our long wait back? There's loads, of there's glass hammers and all sorts. There's a couple I can't say on this channel. Trying to get it at a nice angle for the camera is quite tricky because I've got to sort of sit out of there. So Even Artemis, how are we? So now I load up with medium again. Okay. Keeping that medium. It's basically this paint has to flow off this tiny little brush, and it's wanting to dry up in there. That's why you can only do a little bit. You got to go back to your paint, but I always go back to the medium. The paint does get thinner, but it keeps it flowing. So concentrate one dip on wrong. Right, you'll let it dry, and then I'll go over it with the stone. Don't try and, when you're doing the freehand like that, don't try and correct it too early. So that line there, I didn't worry about it because I knew I could just come back in with the yellow. Just blend it back. Bit of the highlight and a bit of the medium. There we go. So I've got to come back with the stone. Pull that one back. If we've gone too early, because I'm going to use a little bit of paint, don't take that long to dry. But if you're going too early or good to turn that square pink, I don't want to do that. There we go. So that's my base red colours. So I'll go back to the front again. And I'm going to go back into the red with the dragon scale one. So I've got to do the same thing again. You're ready? We're going around again. But this time, I'm just dabbing into those squares. I don't want to go completely to any of the edges. So I'm staying inside. And any I don't like the shape of, I could just adjust slightly. Does that make sense? So I'm trying to get out. There we go. just gives it that little bit more brightness as well. Too much in there. Bit of medium. Just then inside those squares. I think I did a line there. I'm gonna paint that out with some white in a minute. So it matches the front bit. Just going round and highlighting those little red squares out. Bit medium. See, let's brush this for an out. It's just let's stay inside the red cubes. Not cubes, cubes. There we go. Bit more medium. So I say the most important thing. There we go. Nice. What we do is give that a minute to dry. Once that's happening, we're going to go for pure red for the top bit, so it starts pulling the highlights away from that checker. Here we go. Put medium into the pure red, and we're literally gonna paint a circle around this circlet. But we want to catch that top edge, which is the one in the sun. And we're gonna do the same for his neckerchief, tie, whatever it is. I don't know what. Did we decide what that was? I don't think we did. Next one that we haven't done is pool arm. But before we do that, we are going to go and tidy up our little checkers. We can do that by grabbing the middle white, which is the beige. And we're just gonna do what we did with the red with the beige. Just hit it to squares. So what we're trying to do is, like, that one there, it's got a bit of a funny corner, so we just try and put that corner in. Did you see that? I hope you see on camera. I think it's what's his name? or something. Is it Vince Ventura? One of the painters, he said he calls it feckling. I don't think that's the right word. I'm probably just going to get struck off YouTube for saying it. But that's because we're going white over red, you can clean up a little bit. You can't do it the other way around. No. So let's see if this beige has got enough in it to cover that. It might. This is quite good. If it doesn't, we'll have to go back in with some worn stone. There we go. The brush got a little bit dry then. Did you see it bounce? It kind of. Just buggers up a bit there. But we managed to save that. Save that one. It's strange that you actually put medium and make the paint thinner and it covers better. And it cuts against the grain that when we first start painting, we think, oh, I'll get more and more on there. It'll cover better, but no. Thin that paint. Listen to what Duncan says. You're better with 2 thin coats. There we go, that's nice and tidy. So we're going to do the same with our yellow. We go back, pick some medium up. Pick that demonic yellow back up on our brush. We're just going to tidy out those little checks. There we go. So that difference that makes going back in, and it's tedious. And of course you can't do it on a whole army because you'll drive yourself insane. But remember, this is our warlord. Okay. I want to paint something around this headband as well. Let's do his pole arm first. And see how we feel. So we're going to do prairie ochre first. I'm just aware that it's a little bit, when you go over the top, sometimes you can just push too far sometimes. So if you're not sure, it's best to leave it until the miniature's almost finished. Then go and have another look and see what you think. It's like earlier on I was considering, you know, his gold belt there. I was considering doing like blue insets on it. But I just think I decided not to, because I thought it might clash with the checker on his surcoat. Do you see what I mean? I will explain. I'll explain more. So the belt going around here, I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I put like blue in it, so it make it like it's painted blue, then maybe put a little white line on it. So, but because the checks are behind there, I'm going to lose those checks if I go over the top. You can do if you want, but it's going to be visually confusing, and your mind won't know what to look at. So somebody would have to look harder and harder and harder and harder to find it. So sometimes it's best just to back off a little bit. So we've got, this is red, white, and yellow, isn't it? So we could put like a white and yellow stripe around here. I just think that red headband is a little bit plain. Let's play with it, let's see what happens. Let's go with the beige. I've just put a bit of pure white into the beige to lighten up a little bit. If we don't like it, we just I think we can go for that. This is what I was going to do to the pole arm, but decided against it for the very same reason that I said about the disturbing the checks. I thought it's a little bit too much going on in that area. Oh, pardon me, I'm just am I going to get 4? Yes, I think so. Completely off camera there, sorry guys. That's the one thing I can't. We're going to set up the camera properly. Which I didn't really get to do when you do it on the fly. Yeah. So now, because that was mostly the beige, I'm going to go back round it, go inside with the matte white. Okay. Now we're going to go back to the pole arm. And we're going to highlight it out with desert yellow. Yes, I was hoping I could do like videos like this, but edit them down. I know it's nice seeing them in real time, but some people just haven't got a couple of hours to spend. Well, they don't think they have. They don't want to watch the videos as they go along, so we're going to try and kind of do videos like this, but edit them down. So I'm kind of walking you through it in the steps, which might be a bit more useful. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to get the yellow. I'm going to go for the middle one. We're just going to go down the centre of each white piece. Just a nice little line. So it's just a nod to the fact that we've used those 3 colours on his coat. And it just about shows up, that's all right. And then we're going to go grab some moonstone skin, which is the original colour we used. And because we've got 2 lots of Crusader, we just use this as the highlight. So it comes straight down the middle of the nose. Pick out those cheekbones. Eyelids if you can get them. We can't really get them because of the helmet. And that's it really. I'm just going to go back over them again. So it's point of the nose this time. And just this face. So I see his face done now. I think he looks about there. I've not highlighted the gunmetal out like I usually do because I like the level of shininess from the death metal. So we've actually done less to the metal than we usually do, which is all right. You've got to do things different every so often. Now we're going to get our brand. Paint the base in, see what we've got. We'll have a little natter. Okay, so yeah, so the live videos, as we said earlier, if you didn't catch it, oh, pardon me, is we're going to go to every kind of couple of weeks. So we're doing the first Friday and the third Friday by default, but I'll carry on putting the notices up on the Gripping Beast site and stuff. And of course, when you subscribe, if you hit the notification bell, you'll get a notification when I'm doing stuff anyway. So yeah, the reason being is we're going to try and do some pre-recorded videos. So I won't be being lazy on that Friday. I'll be using it to make other videos. And if we can get another video done on a different day, then potentially I can sneak in another one on a Friday. So it could go back to doing 4. We shall see. But time being of a push, I thought this was the best decision to keep it all moving forward, really. So first of all, I want to thank all you guys for turning out every week and supporting the channel. It's mega of you, especially the chat room boys. Keep me nattering. So that's good. So don't forget to check out Pirate Rich Plays as well if you're looking for subscriptions, because I'll be doing some stuff on there as well. Hopefully, we've been promising for ages we're going to do some battle reports and stuff, but we can, I'm hoping to get that going. And even if we can get some guests in for it as well, so we can get like, ask people that to bring their game along and show us how to play it and stuff. I'm not going to mention any names because that will be fair. But yeah, so that's what we're looking at doing. So next Friday, you'll probably just have an upload rather than a live. Unless, of course, I think, oh no, I need to do a live. There we go. There's our 100-year warlord, and I think that's a pretty good 1 hour 47 minutes spent. Let's have a closer look at him. Oh, cheers, Cubes. Yeah, I mean, feel free as well to follow on Facebook and Twitter and stuff, and message on there and stuff, because there's going to be always something going on at the Crow's Nest, whether it's games, painting, Dungeons and Dragons, saga. I want to get a Courgeur going. Cheers, mate. Yeah, I just thought it was different. I saw a coat of arms with the yellow and white quartering, and I thought that's an interesting. I've never done it like that before, so it's always worth a try on it. So yeah, I don't know if I should have put a blue in to give it a little bit more cut. You know what I mean? I was thinking maybe putting a blue line down the middle, but no, happy with him. He come out nice. You can't go wrong with a front rank miniature. You really, really can't. You've got to go really, really long way to mess that up. I mean, I bet you could if you tried hard. Yeah. It's that old separation thing though, you know what I mean? It's I think when he's lacquered he's gonna look awesome. I think I do like that that pose. Right. So yeah, I'm gabbling now. So that was this miniature. Age of Chivalry Warlord C. At Crow's Nest, he's £3.50. But I think they've gone up. Don't quote me. Check Griffin Beast. I know they don't like putting prices up, but if the metal goes up, they don't really have much choice, and it has gone real up and up and up and up. But of course, I've got that as old stock, so I mean, I had that on my shelf from the shows, so it's kind of avoided going up by being in the Crow's Nest, if you know what I mean. Right, I'm going to leave it there. As I said, thank you guys for joining me tonight, and I'll keep you all posted on what's going on, and I'll do some updates as well if I need to. If there's any news, I can do like a short live. This is the news from the Crow's Nest. Yeah, let's see what. I just think we can do more. I just feel that I can do more with the time. I know my time's pushed, but I feel I can do more with the time I've got allotted to the video, if you know what I mean. That makes sense? I hope it does. Okay, guys. Well, thank you very much. Have a cracking week. See you soon at the Crow's Nest. I've been Pirate Rich. This has been a Chivalry Warlord. Have a top weekend, my friend, and we'll speak again soon. Watch out for the live video in the morning when I'm showing you what stock arrived earlier, because I'm excited about that. All right, guys. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you again soon. Cheers. Night night.